Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the graduates of the Hamilton Wenham Regional High School class of 2018. Good morning. As class advisor, it is an honor and a pleasure to welcome you to the Hamilton Wenham Regional High School Class of 2018 graduation ceremony. There has been an air of excitement all week with special culminating events such as scholarship night, senior farewell, and candlelight. Today marks the last official event for the class of 2018, and it is so exciting to be here with all of you today. On behalf of the class, I would like to thank everyone that has helped make this day a reality. Thank you to all the families, friends, teachers, administrators, coaches, counselors, advisors, custodians, food service staff, and members of our community that have helped these students along the way. Each of your contributions has made an impact. These graduates might not have realized it, but this has been a group effort all along. When I think about the class of 2018, it is apparent that they are a very spirited class. With strong leadership from their class officers and representatives, your senior year was truly unforgettable. As classmates, you engage with each other and advocate for one another, and it is refreshing to see such caring and friendship. Yesterday, some graduates went back to visit Cutler, their old elementary school. I was lucky enough to witness a very precious moment. I saw three young ladies reminisce about the beginning of their friendship. Grace Timon, Anna Casadento, and Grace Maroney have been close friends since their first days at Cutler, and apparently from their first days at the Notre Dame Children's Academy. They had a few old photos that they wanted to recreate on the playground out in front of the Cutler School. We walked over and were able to capture the same shot in the exact same location. Their excitement at this moment was palpable. They were thrilled to be back at the place where the friendship all began. Even though these young women will not be going to school together next year, their friendship will continue on well into the future. Graduates, I hope each of you have made a good friend here at the regional that you stay connected with for many years to come. From this point forward, you will be heading off in different directions such as college, work, the military, or possibly traveling the world. We hope that you have established some goals and dreams for this next phase of your life. Dreams provide you with the vision for where you want to go. You will be able to realize your dreams by creating goals and taking action. Wherever you go from here, please remember this one piece of advice. The difference between a dream and a goal is a timeline. Congratulations, class of 2018.
Thank you, Ms. Losi. It is now my pleasure to introduce our salutatorian for the class of 2018, Alexander Renault.
Good morning, faculty, family, the band, and my fellow peers. I'd first like to extend my sincerest gratitude to have the opportunity to be able to share some words to the class of 2018 on this eventful day. Standing here before you is truly an honor that I will appreciate forever. Now, first off, I just want to make one thing clear. I've always had a distaste towards listening to myself speak. To this day, I still do not have a traditional voicemail. I believe I've left it as a one-sided conversation that went something like, "Hello? Oh, good, how are you? So what's up?" I'm sure my friends can vouch for me for that one. Nevertheless, I'll do my best to encapsulate our high school experience and our impending future into a few minutes, although I know many others in front of me here could do a much better job than I can. As many of you probably know, I'm not someone who will pull inspirational quotes out of the air, or the kind of guy that can relate our coming of age in high school to a ball of yarn, although that would probably be a very interesting analogy. I'm a math guy. I know, shocking. Someone who likes math. I've always thought of numbers as containing some unparalleled level of certainty. No matter how many things around you can change or how confusing your world can become, 2 plus 2 will always equal 4. Yet numbers can also provide clarity to periods of confusion and change, which is where they belong in this speech. Seconds. About 118,810,800 seconds ago, we stepped through the doors of the regional for the very first time. We were anxious freshmen with full backpacks of supplies we rarely used, eager to discover what this new Squarespace had to offer and what it took to become those who were towering above us at the time. Minutes. On average, each senior has spent approximately 2,960 minutes taking laps through the halls during power block and classes with a friend, although as we all know, this number varies. And about half an hour before we have finally graduated from this place. Over our 4 years, our class has reached nearly all sectors of this high school and the community beyond. We have truly put our skills to test in any of the school's competitive activities. Our sports teams have collected 24 league titles, 10 of which were earned this very year. Across athletics, theater, and the math team, those before me have contributed to 7 state championships. 7. 31 of you in front of me competed at the National History Day state competitions and beyond, and 20 placed at DECA's district, state, and international competitions. These numbers reflect an immense amount of hard work, determination, and success for our class. However, I've come to learn that our experiences here at the regional transcend beyond the limitations of numbers like these. Numbers cannot do justice to the wonders of Jack Magic, or the theatrical excellence that was our school's rendition of Legally Blonde. Numbers cannot quantify the school's unity towards the fundraising efforts for the Tally Duff campaign, or the strong bonds formed between teammates on the field, rink, court, or diamond, as sports teams suffered tragic losses and experienced triumphant victories. And numbers cannot capture the joyful expressions of this class during our ride around the school on our very last day, or the faces of everyone at this very graduation. Needless to say, our eagerness towards leaving this place is not a negative reflection of this high school. It is rather a reassuring sign that we are ready to move on to the next step in our lives, whether this be college, the workforce, or travel. Looking back on our 4 years, our high school experiences were not walks in the park. In fact, our class slogan has been unofficially coined as 20% failure, 100% spirit. I know you're all probably sick hearing about our brief but widespread moment of trouble by now, but the correct percentage is actually only 11% failure. This is one of the countless figures that you will come across in your life that extends the truth. about 73.6% of statistics are made up. So take each number that you hear with a grain of salt, perhaps even my own. But back to the point, I believe that this slogan truly embodies the essence of the class 2018. Despite our failures, I can easily say that we have come a long way from when we first entered the regional. You are all compassionate, loyal, resilient, and most importantly, passionate. The one thing I can surely say about our class is that we care. Whether this be in athletics, theater, music, arts, academics, community service, dance, government, or any activity in between, we have challenged ourselves and worked extensively in at least one endeavor, simply because we enjoy doing it. And that is precisely why I have few worries for our class in the future. We all have the inner drive needed to be successful in our daily lives and a reason to get out of bed each morning, say we choose to follow it. The numbers I have shared with you today demonstrate the class's spirit and commitment towards whatever we put our effort towards. I urge all of you to continue to pursue your respective passions and remain as spirited as ever in that regard, because I believe that success is dictated by our happiness rather than the amount of money in our bank accounts. I also urge everyone here to take a moment to be friendly to those you don't know, because that is the one thing that will vary the most when leaving high school. Most of us will go from a place of friends to one of strangers. You may have been happy in this small town sticking with a small group of friends, but college will be a completely different experience without being open to others. Surround yourself with people who bring out the best in you, and stray away from those who will only spread negativity throughout your day. And last, but most important, be kind to others. It takes more energy to be spiteful and hateful. Some of you may be teary-eyed today because you don't want to leave. For others, you have tears of joy. Whatever way you look at your high school career, your experiences here have prepared you to embark on your very own unique journey. We are all explorers that now have the supplies necessary to kickstart these personal adventures. So remember this place as it is, a place to prepare, a place to learn, a place to find yourself. Peace out, class of 2018. It's been a fun ride. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. This morning I got up to print the speeches yet again. And for those of you who don't know, Google Docs lets me know when the last change was made. This next individual was doing what I suspect he's been doing for 4 years, working on something at 3:07 a.m. Gives me great pleasure to introduce the class of 2018 Valedictorian Jay Young. Come.
All right. Hello, everybody. I'd like to first extend a warm welcome to all faculty, family, friends, and distinguished guests to the Hamilton Wenham Class of 2018's graduation ceremony. While I'm honored to be standing up here today, I'll be honest. Public speaking is not my forte, and I probably should have written this speech months earlier to give myself time to practice. But it only seems fitting that I saved writing the speech until the very last minute, because that's how I did all my work here at the regional. In a 3 a.m. stress-induced frenzy that always led to my drowsiness around third or fourth period. Sorry, Miss Maney. And although I stand up on the stage dressed up in my cap and gown, looking pretty good, bearing the title of Valedictorian, I'm still just an 18-year-old who's figuring things out. So when I was informed that I would give a speech on the day of graduation, I started to wonder what insight I could share, other than how to function on 5 hours of sleep a night, or which bathroom in the school, in my humble opinion, is the best. If anyone was wondering, it's the one near the auditorium. The lone stall gives a very relaxing and soothing ambience that is very conducive to all actions bathroom related. Thank you. After much pondering, I decided that I wanted to put the critical thinking skills I've learned over the past 4 years to use. and investigate an idea that has affected many of us here at the regional. The idea of success, or more specifically, the idea or phrase that hard work always leads to success. This concept seems to hold true for a lot of people. Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Spencer Poore. Almost everyone in the world that we view as famous, rich, and successful had to work tirelessly to get to where they are today. But that's the problem. The only people that can confidently say that hard work always leads to success are the people that have already succeeded. The issue with the idea that hard work always leads to success, I realize, is that it neglects the fact that many people work hard every day but don't always succeed. I myself was struggling with this after the college process. I worked so hard for 4 years but was rejected from all my dream schools. This is a common narrative that I know many of my senior friends can relate to. In addition, there are many people who work hard every day and yet never get their dream job, never become financially stable, never succeed, at least in the way the world looks at success. This idea is so ingrained in our society that when we fail, we think that something's wrong with us, that we didn't try hard enough. The problem, again, is that our idea of success is so limited. We believe that success is defined by the outcome, that it is defined by whether we make a lot of money, become famous, or achieve our dreams and goals. After much thought, I came to the conclusion that hard work does not always lead to success. Hard work is a success in and of itself. If we are faithful in what we do, we are already successful. Success is living every day faithfully and positively impacting the lives of those around us. Success is found in the simple things like a word of encouragement to someone who needs it or picking up the trash that no one else wants to clean up. What's important today is not just that we graduated high school, but that during our 4 years, we had a positive impact in our school and in our various communities. Our senior class is full of some of the most successful people in the world that I know. People who sacrifice hours upon hours to serve others. The number of communities and people that our class has positively impacted is too numerous to count. Let me give you a few examples of success I myself have witnessed from students in our senior class. On my first day of school here at Miles River Middle School as a new kid in 8th grade, Zane Clark came up to me, shook my hand, and introduced himself to me. That meant a lot. A few hours later, I was sitting alone at lunch when a certain Maggie Parada invited me to her table to eat. That also meant a lot to me. At a freshman soccer team dinner, I was sitting alone due to my outrageous snail-like eating pace when Eli Gregorian sat down with me and talked with me until I was finished. If I was ever hungry, I could depend on Alex Renault to offer some gluten-free pretzels. If I ever wanted to make a reckless decision to try a backflip on a slightly deflated bouncy castle, I knew that I had Max Friedenberg to encourage me. Or if I ever needed a laugh, I knew Phil Durgan would have the best memes to crack me up. As evidenced by these examples, success, to reiterate, is found in the small, simple acts of kindness. With all that said, I don't mean to bash hard work, trying to become rich, famous, or simply trying to be the best one can be. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if in a few years we turn on the news to hear that Jack Magic will be performing at his world-renowned magic show in Las Vegas, or that Cam Grinnell has become the President of the United States of America, or that Kaylee Geyer has become a world-famous dancer. Hopefully, we'll hear that Nick Ong has started taking W's instead of L's. And maybe we'll find that Jacqueline Fibby is the world's leading doctor investigating the most pressing questions in healthcare. So yes, class of 2018, as we go into the world, let's work hard and achieve great things. Work hard, chase your dreams, but let's remember that life is about more than just temporary successes. It's about living every day, every moment faithfully, and making a positive impact on the lives of those around us. So, class of 2018, congrats. Now let's get these diplomas and celebrate.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I need to take a moment to thank a few people who have been working hard to make this day happen. Our custodial and maintenance staff, our office staff, and most of all, my secretary, Ms. Lisa Heights, for juggling all of the moving parts since at least January. I'm not one to usually acknowledge milestones in my life, This year was different. As I approached the half-century mark, I couldn't help but think, wow, I haven't really done much with my life. I spent many weeks wondering about success, if I'm successful, and if I wasted time. Time. Something we all have, but never physically possess. This year was different. No one ever really teaches us to manage it, but we all understand the cliches like time heals all wounds. There's no better time than the present, and time flies when you're having fun. Time is a fascinating part of our lives that most of us rarely think about. It seems to move slowly when times are tough, and move way too quickly when we're having fun. It motivates us to be at places, yet never moves fast enough when we are waiting. We can't put time in a jar like old coins we're saving for a rainy day, and we can't use someone else's time. We use tools like clocks so that we can actually track it, but none of us can actually see it or hold it. Yet, we all have time, use time, need time, and waste time in some way or another. And as Charles Darwin wrote, a man who dares to waste 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life. My parents will be happy to know I finally realized the value of time. It took them 1,000,000 times of reminding me, just like yours do, to stop wasting time for me to finally get it. To me, time seems more valuable than even money. If we all have something so valuable, why don't we ever learn to use it better? Henry David Thoreau said, "Time is but the stream I go a-fishing in." I suppose he means that you can use time, but it may not always be productive. The productivity piece is in your hands. Time is perpetual, but we have to make things happen. You must be the action within time that produces the fish. As I look back to my initial questions in this speech, I realize my time has been spent reasonably well. I have a beautiful family. I continue to learn new things. I have a great job. And most of all, I was able to spend my time with all of you during the last 4 years. So members of the class of 2018, how will you spend your time? Will you make opportunities for yourself and for others? Will you create? Will you sing, dance, learn, love, help, travel, build, create, sing, create, sing? Take time to have fun. Don't find yourself wondering at 50, like me, if you use your time wisely. I learned that that was wasted time. Dream great dreams, but more importantly, act on those dreams so that you make the most efficient use of your time. We are very close to turning the final page of this chapter called high school. Take a look around one last time. Truly take the time to reflect on all that has passed and get ready for the great things that will happen in each of your futures as time continues to march along. Steve Jobs summed it up better than I could when he said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and your intuition." Congratulations to the members of the class of 2018. I am extremely proud of you, and I will miss you very much. I look forward to your future success. Thank you. It's now my honor to introduce the Superintendent of Schools and to present the class of 2018, Superintendent Michael Harvey.
Thank you, Mr. Tracy. I'd like to offer my congratulations to the members of the class of 2018 and leave you with some brief advice, because I know I'm the last thing between you and the diplomas. My advice to you is just to remember, as though, although today and the last week have been sort of a celebration of you, is always to remember that your accomplishments are built on the contributions of others. And I'm going to use your diploma as a way to sort of use that as an example. So you're going to get your diplomas in a couple of minutes. And at some point, you might actually take some time to read it. And when you look at it, you'll notice that there are 3 signatures on that diploma. First signature is Mr. Tracy's, and that represents the contributions of the faculty of Hamilton Wenham Regional High School. And the second signature is mine, and that represents the contributions of the entire faculty and staff of this district. And I want them actually to stand right now and be recognized, please. And those of you who went back to Cutler yesterday got to see this perspective, I think, hopefully firsthand, that everything we do builds towards this day. This is a special day. We're celebrating this day as a culmination of our work towards getting you ready, and you're ready. The last signature that you'll see on the diploma is the signature of the chairman of the Hamilton Wenham Regional School Committee. And there are a couple of members of the school committee here today. I don't know where they are. If you can stand up and wave. Come back there. Down to my right. Thank you. And that signature from Mr. Polito actually represents the contributions of all of the residents of Hamilton and Wenham towards getting you here to this day. It's the simple thing of actually paying your annual property taxes, but it's also the volunteerism that goes through this. It's volunteering for Cub Scouts and Brownies, volunteering to coach teams, volunteering to serve on a town board. All of those things have contributed to getting you here today. So just keep that in mind as you think about your successes today. Just remember that it was done with the help of a lot of other people. And now that you've achieved this success, you have a responsibility to give something back. Get out there and volunteer and make the contribution to somebody else's success in the world. So congratulations to you all. And now it is my great honor to certify that all of the students assembled before us have met the requirements for a diploma from Hamilton Wenham Regional High School.
I'd like to please ask the marshal to prepare the graduates. I'd also like to reintroduce Ms. Lostein to read the names.
I kind of. I'll do my best. Mayo, Johnson, Amarello. Jeffrey Griffin Barlow, Jr. Brendan Douglas Bellier. Emily Catherine Benak. Charlotte Amelia Benchoff. Luce Renson Brandt. Olivia Alexandra Brown. Lily June Burke. Bryson Daniel Calla. Anna Jane Casadento. Karen Nichols Caulfield. Zane Joseph Clark. Victoria Taylor Cooper. Penelope Wheaton Cows. Casey Robert Cristoforo. Michael Anthony Crowley. William Collins Curtis. Jack William DiLorenzo. Julia Ann DiLorenzo. Abigail Catherine Demers. Gannon Peter Devlin. Catherine Elizabeth Dixon. Lillian Elizabeth Dixon. Caroline Frances Dinellen. Philip Richards Durgan. Cole Thomas Swire. Rebecca Lillian Erard. John Wyatt Farnham. Jacqueline Hegeman Fibby. Tyler Mackenzie Flahive. Callie Margaret Flanagan. Adrian Florchick. Lauren Rose Flynn. Jason Robert Francis. Julia Kathleen Fusco. John Thomas Gebhardt Jr. Kara Thompson Gowdy. James Patterson Gowdy. Jack Alexander Greenwald. Eli Zaven Gregorian. Cameron Clifford Grinnell. Kaylee Georgie Geyer. Austin Matthew Halstead. Catherine McLeod Penkin. Jaden Cameron Hartley Ward. Ailish Lauren Hurd Burns. Gabrielle Ana Guadalupe Hebert. Marie Therese Herman. Talia Althea Hicks. Lilou Oulance. Lauren Sophie Jackson. Alexis Beloselsky Casarda. Olivia Teresa Keene. Pamela Jean Kelly. Chanel Faye Kendrick. Christopher James Labuddy. Cameron Donald Lake. Jake Joseph Lanciani. Tessa Caroline Landon. Grace Maria Lappian. Thomas James Latanzi. Michaela Lillian Leary. Morgan Cardius Liphart. Brianna Lee Lozano. James Francis Weeks Lustig. Grace Elizabeth McCurk. Alexander Daniel MacDonald. Nicholas Alexeyevich Makoganov. Austin William Manning. Tessa Caitlin Marshall. Maxim William Martin. Aristotle Charles Massos. John Stephen McWhorter. Benjamin Knight Meal. Yanni Christos Moredes. Grace Elizabeth Maroney. Eleanor Rose O'Brien. Nicholas Yu Tai Ong. Nicholas Nay Min U. Aaron Ann O'Shea. Alexandra Kayla Padalaro. Anthony Michael Palazzola. Adam Selah Parody. Kate Elizabeth Pastorello. Cameron Joshua Peach. Griffin William Penn. Margaret Anna Parada. Tessa Elizabeth Petrie. Kevin the Fam. Brooke Catherine Pippin. Spencer Colesworthy Poor. Andrew Michael Riccio. Emmy Lucille Roebuck. Ellen Amelia Rourke. Charlotte Dolores Rubel. Morgan Charles Sanford. Tyler William Santos. Laura Nicole Scally. Ariana Elizabeth Serpa. Christopher Newbold Shaw. Dylan Riley Shelby. Christopher Frederick Shepard. Jordan Jimsfu Smith. Callan Burke Strong. Cecily Alexandra Zadie. Amy Grace Thistle. Daniel James Tobin IV. Parker Alexander Richland Topley. Alexander James Traverse. Catherine Lynn Treffrey. Jonah S. Trujillo. Grace Antoinette Timon. Dennis Lane Dirt Van Maren. Cameron John Vautour. Adrian Andre Verdugo. Megan Elizabeth Vienne. Maxwell David Friedenberg. Nathan James Watkins. Ash Werner. Leah Marie Whitman. Matthew Henry Weeman. Hunter Edward Wilichowski. Judith Seda Wilson. Curtis James Woolman. Taylor Reed Woodbury. Hannah Kaylee Zimmerman. Alexandre John Renault. Jay Young Kum.
Jay dared me to stop him from doing that. I'd like to introduce our last speaker of the day, your class president, Mr. Cam Grinnell.
First and foremost, I would like to thank the incredible staff that has taught and guided us from our incoming days in the district as kindergartners up until today. Teachers, administrators, custodians, and counselors, you have made this ride special and worked tirelessly to bring out a passion in learning in all of us. Secondly, thank you to the parents for late night runs to CVS for poster boards, early wake-ups, and being there for all the steps along the journey. Class of 2018, to close with the words of the great Soulja Boy, we made it.